find a worshipper, some leader for us to do this evening. We didn't arrange for one. So just how wonderful it is to have our brother Aaron to lead us in our worship before we start the talk. Okay, thank you so much for all of you who come here. You, like myself, we are curious to know what is AI about. Very interesting topic, and let me introduce, and then after that you can introduce yourself, because it's got so many credentials, I don't even know what. I don't understand. And we don't understand what you're talking to. So what I know is that he has got the masters in NUS, focusing on AI, and he's lecturing in SIM, Singapore Institute of Management, and also in the Public Polytechnic. Yeah. And on top of that, he has his own business firm, right? Dealing with technology, training, that's his training. And on top of that, he's our Southern Region Director of NGBMF. So I invite Brother Desmond to come up and take the floor. Thank you so much.
So I have time until 7 then?
Okay.
Alright, okay. So today is not just a talk, it's a call to action. Yeah, it's a call to actions. Alright, so I'm so excited to be here. Alright, thank you, Brother Patrick, for wonderful introductions. Okay, so today I actually have 3 talks. I have 3 segments. Okay, first segment I'm going to give you a mini workshop. Okay, from AI to Gen AI. The second segment, I want to just quickly look at the global impact and the local impact of AI. Okay? And the third one is the call to actions. Yeah? It's a plan that I would like to roll out together with FGB. Region is not just Malacca, it's region-wise. Okay? And I call to action is for churches to be able to participate. Okay? And catch these moments where AI is rocking the world, then we can rise the way to use AI to rock the world as well. Okay, so let me get started. Mini workshop. My topic is AI to Gen AI. Anyone heard of Gen AI before? What is that? Generative AI. Since you raised a hand, may I know how you use AI nowadays?
I use AI for writing report.
Writing report.
And
ChatGPT.
also generate image and as well as audio.
Audio, see? Anyone use it to write sermon? No. You still I cannot use it as to write sermon, must be guided by the Holy Spirit. Okay. But any of you, when you prepare a sermon, you just search Google to search for references. Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah. AI is a tool. Sometimes don't complicate too much about the things. Alright, okay, let me talk about AI and to Gen AI, alright? So I'm going to give you a broad overview of what AI is and all the way to Gen AI. Alright? So this is me, alright, in terms of my technical credentials. So I'm a Microsoft certified trainer, I'm a Microsoft certified artificial engineering associate. So I got my master, and I'm still I've been doing lecturing in Singapore. And currently, this is my company, New Technology. All right, and in fact, I start my company in response to a calling. We talk about that. So today is also my company talking as well. So as you will see that later on. Okay, so let me play this video. Okay.
Hello, nice to meet you. The Netherlands produce about 50% of all flowers in the world. The most famous one of all, the tulip, of course.
Flowers are really remarkable organisms. We've known for decades that they can actually communicate to each other through their root system.
For the past 2 years, Wageningen University has been working together with Google to use cutting-edge technology to look deeper into communication with plants.
Hello.
We collected an incredible amount of information. Using automated machine learning, we turned this information into a new rudimentary language, which is becoming more and more sophisticated over time.
And the more we listen to nature, the more we discover the amazing things it has to say.
Okay, Google, talk to my tulip. What do you want?
Water, please.
We've applied all this research into our latest product, Google Tulip.
2 granddaughters, Frances, we just had a second baby.
That is so interesting.
And
Finished.
More. You promised more water.
At Keukenhof, we're very excited about tulip technology. We like to know what tulips need, and what better way than to ask them.
I need water. More life.
Please improve humidity.
Please come here. More space.
More compost.
Thank you.
Why are there so many
like
these? More life.
Of course, this is only the beginning. We're rolling out the tulip language in the beginning of April, but we're already well underway with several updates.
Well,
No.
cactus.
Leave me alone.
It's so great not to have a one-way relationship with the tulips anymore.
What is the meaning of my existence?
Tulip is a breakthrough in human-plant communication, letting users around the world communicate with any tulip.
Okay, Google. Play my favorite music. Yeah. That's right.
Anyone got this product? You can talk to your tulip. Huh? Amazing. Huh? AI can talk to tulip. Do you believe it's real? How many of you think this is real? You have a raise of hand. How many think it's real? How many think it's not real? Hey, don't know. This video is produced by Google Netherlands on the 1st of April. Do you think it's real or not real? It's not real lah. 1st of April, April Fool's Day. It's a April Fool's Day video. But I want to show you is look at the imaginations. Alright? It's very creative, right? Yeah. You got to be creative. Isn't it? Okay? So, yeah, so you know this AI is a very creative tool. Alright? Okay. So what is AI? Okay, AI is artificial intelligence. Okay, any system that seems smart. Okay, the important thing is any computer or system that can mimic human intelligence. We call it AI. Alright, okay, so include making decisions, understanding the language, okay, learning from data, okay, solving problems. Yeah. Okay, like you use it to write reports. It's because it learns from a lot of reports. It can help you to write reports. Okay, so AI basically is any machines that seem smart. Okay, examples. Your voice assistant. Any of you have used your voice assistant? You talk to it. Tell me a joke. Anyone try that? Tell me a joke, it'll tell you a joke. Okay, sing me a song, it'll sing you a song. Right? And your navigations. Anyone ever used Waze before? You use Waze? That's AI. Okay, streaming. Anyone has Netflix or something? When you watch Netflix, it recommends, right? That's AI. Yeah. And chatbots, of course. You visit websites. Now a lot of websites have chatbot, right? You can check the chat, etc. That's AI. AI is every day, everywhere. Okay. So it's actually part of our life. You didn't know that. But what do you think? How long? What is the age of AI? Anyone? How old is AI? How old is AI? Yes. 5 years old. Yeah.
20 years.
20 years old. Okay. Yeah. think you're older or he's older?
Cannot be that old lah.
Okay. When it started? 1950. Older than you lah. Okay. Yeah. So younger than you are. Almost same age lah. Okay. Alright, so 1950 already started AI. Okay, I'm not going to go too much into the history, but you can see that there are progressions. Okay, when it hit, you see from between 1966 and 1997, there's an AI winter because there are not enough resources and funding to develop. Okay, and then only until 1997 you start to see picking up. So have you heard of AI beating the chess champion? Okay, then you start having the robot dog, and then you now how many home have this vacuum, smart vacuum? You have? Are you using AI every day, right? Okay, that's a robot, you know. Okay, and Siri, how many have Siri? Your handphone, your Siri? Yeah, so you have AI in you. Alright, so all this come all the way until 2017. So here is up to 2017. Now it's 2025. It's even more. Okay, how old is AI? Anyone can help me calculate? 75 years old. 68. Huh? Okay. Yeah. Alright, so AI is 75 years old. The question is, why only 1997 is started? So from, you can see from 1950 up to 1997, so many years the development is slow, but from 1997 up to now is an explosion. So why is there an AI explosion? Anyone want to give me reason? Why? Why now? Digital age. Okay, anyone?
Power of computing.
Power of computing, good. Anyone? Huh? GPU. Wow, this one got 研究 one. Okay. Alright, okay, let's take a look. Okay, there's a new type of oil, there's a new type of electricity nowadays. Do you know that? The new type of oil is called data, and the new type of electricity is called artificial intelligence. Okay, so oil was very important because that is where you know power, give you the energy, etc. Right? Okay, but without electricity, do you think you can mine the oil? Cannot. So what happened is now we have a lot of data. Okay, and AI give us the power to mine the data and use it for our own good. Okay, so one of the major driving factor of AI is data. Okay, big data. So this is the latest from a website called Domo. Okay, it's called Data Never Sleep. You can see that every night, every minute of the day. Let's see. You all use Facebook, right? Can anyone see Facebook here? Facebook. Okay, every minute, 138.9 million reels are played every minute worldwide. YouTube, every minute, 1, 2, 3, almost 3.5 million views. Oh, alright, thank you. Okay, thanks. Yeah, right, so this one. Okay, 3.5 million views. Okay, your messages, right? Every minute, 18.8 million text messages sent. Okay, any more? Any WhatsApp? WhatsApp now? Okay, there's no WhatsApp here. Email, alright? Every minute there are 251.1 million emails sent. And all these are data generations. When you send a WhatsApp, you generate the data. You send an email, you generate data. And there are more and more and more data. So the more data there is, the more powerful the AI will be. Okay? Yeah. So 1 minute, every minute of the day, this is called data never sleep. Okay, this one driving factor, big data. What is the second one? It's this one. Neural network. Okay? I'll talk more about that later on. But basically, neural network is a kind of model. Okay? It's a kind of AI model. Okay? So what happened is they start they start with the AI model to help to functions. Okay, so the scientists come up with the way, hey, if we want to mimic human, we must mimic their brain. Our brain have, I think, 8.86 billion neurons. These are neurons, you see that? Neurons. Okay, we are neurons and we have interconnected neurons. So when I see something, to interpret it, there are certain route of neuron activated to understand this. So they actually built the model to mimic human brain. So that is where I discovered God is amazing. When I was studying in NUS, I learned this. And I realized they just mimic the structure, and the structure works amazingly. But they don't know why it works. But the creator knows why it works. We humans just mimic the structure of the brain, and it can become very powerful machine. Yeah? So that is when I get, the more I learn about this, the more I'm amazed about God. Amen? Let's give our Lord a clap, right? Okay, of course, the last part, last part very important. Your GPU is here. Okay? You have CPU, you have GPU, you have DPU, you have FPGA. Okay? So CPU is your normal laptop. Okay, central processing unit, right? Central processing unit, I think there is no Test, okay, now. okay, yeah. And this is graphical processing unit. This one you play game, you use it. Okay, you have more powerful hardware. This is called tensor processing unit. It's specially made for AI. This is called field programmable unit. Okay, whereby this one it can reassemble the circuit for different purposes. Okay, so you can see the hardware being created are even more and more powerful. When you have more powerful hardware, then the AI becomes stronger. So therefore, with these three factors, right? Okay, your data, the neural network mimic the brain, and the third one is the hardware. These three factors give the drive for AI explosion. Yeah. So I understand more about this. Okay. Now, there are different types of AI. Okay. The easiest one is called narrow AI. The AI is just for specific tasks. Maybe the vacuum, just for vacuum only. Okay. So you can train AI for specific tasks. And you have general AI. So AI will be thinking like a human. So like ChatGPT, you start moving this way, you can ask a lot of different things. Okay? So AI know that you are sad, it will comfort you, alright, and you know that you're thirsty, it will give you water and all this. Okay? They can think like human. Okay? Then the next one will be super AI. AI is surpassing human intelligence. Okay? So there are three types: narrow AI, general AI, and super AI. Okay? We are here, moving to here. Okay? We are at very cautious pace to move to here. Okay? Because if we don't take it seriously, put in proper human value, super AI can be malicious. Okay? Can be evil.
Yes.
Alright? Okay. Now, good. Okay, let's move on a little bit of understanding. I think you have that one. The battery, I think. Okay. Yeah, let's look at a few terms here. AL is called, this is AI, I type wrongly. AI, artificial intelligence, versus machine learning, versus deep learning, versus Gen AI. Okay, let's look at this. Artificial intelligence, you know already. Any system that mimics human intelligence. But human intelligence have these different kind of capabilities. For example, vision, hearing, audio, smelling, speaking, thinking. Okay, making decisions, learning, and all this. Alright, all these are different. Test. Okay, all these are different behavior. I need to change it back here. You have another mic. Okay, all these are different behavior. So within artificial intelligence, you have a subset we call machine learning. So machine learning focus on the area of system that can improve itself through experience. Okay, it's just like, for example, I let you play piano. Okay, you keep on playing piano, you'll improve your piano skills. So any system that can be trained to improve by itself. It's called improve through experience. Is called machine learning. Okay, like when I was studying in US, okay, I was enlisted in a project to control a group of soccer teams, a robot. We call it Robot Cup. All right. So we need to come up with a program whereby we let the Robot Cup to play with each other and they can improve themselves. So that kind of system is called machine learning. Yeah, machine learning. Any machine that improves itself through experience. Okay. And the one, so machine learning inside there is another system called deep learning. Okay, system called deep learning. What is deep learning? Machine learning is a very wide data set. I can give you one very simple machine learning. For example, if I look at your sales today and I predict next year what's your sales, I can just create one formula, finish already. Very simple. But deep learning is basically where just now I talked about the neural network. Okay? When you meet the brain and use the brain model to learn, it's called deep learning. Alright? Okay, and after in deep learning, you come to generative AI. Generative AI is whereby the system can create content. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so in terms of machine learning, there are different kinds of learning. We call it supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. I'm not going to talk too much about that. All right, so this is what you can see. Supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. Just leave it to supervised learning is basically this one. Supervised learning is whereby I give you a data to train. I tell you that this data belongs to cat, this data belongs to dog. And you train a model later on, give you another picture, it can recognize a dog or cat. That is called supervised learning. Unsupervised learning is I give you a set of data, you tell me who is the best top performance within the data. Understand? I give you my customer data, you tell me, alright, please tell me how many, group my customer into 3 groups, and you say, your customer, there is one group of customer like this, another customer like this, another customer like this. So you are not guiding the data. You just let it discover itself. Reinforcement learning is, self-driving car. There's a reinforcement learning, whereby it will learn at real time. Okay? For example, if I drive reaching a traffic light, it needs to make a decision: stop or continue. If stop, you will not hit the possibility of accident is low. If I continue, the possibility of accident is high. When it's high, you minus the reward. Okay, if it is low, you increase the reward. It's called reinforcement learning. It's like game playing like that. Okay, and that's self-driving car. Yeah, just a quick understanding. You get it, can already. Okay, so classical, as I said, your classical machine learning example, there are 2 types. Okay, look at this. What is regression? Okay, this is called machine learning, the regressions. For example, what will be the temperature tomorrow? This is 84 degrees Celsius. Okay, it's quite easy, right? And classification is, will it be hot or cold tomorrow? Okay, typically there are two types of machine learning. One is predict a single number. I predict next year's sales. Okay, I predict next year my let's say my church will grow to how many people or something like that. Okay, classification is today somebody walk into my shop. I predict whether this guy will become my members. What's the possibility? Okay, or I give you a picture. Can you tell me whether this is a dog or cat or not? But this is a very typical one whereby based on the data, all right. Okay, if I give you a temperature, for example, let's say 25 degree above is hot, 25 degrees below. If I give you 24 degree, can you tell me it's hot or cold? Cold. Yeah, that is machine learning. Understand? Very typical, very easy. Okay. Yeah, but there's a limitations here. Okay, guys. Suppose you wanted to determine if an image is of a cat or a dog. Okay. Can you tell me? What is this? This one? Why? Why? Why is this a dog and this is a cat? Why not this is a cat and this is a dog?
Or the size.
Size. So
The face.
face. Features. What features? Be specific, huh? The ear. Drooping ear. So drooping ear is a dog, correct? Huh? Not necessary. Okay, because got ear, got dog, got pointed ear one also, right? Okay, what else? God created them like that. Ah. Yeah. Okay.
Then the dog.
We need data, huh?
The dog head is sharper.
They are like whiskers on the cat.
Huh?
Whiskers on the cat.
Whiskers, huh? Alright, okay. Cat no whisker.
Cat got whiskers.
Cat no whiskers. Okay. Dog?
Doesn't have.
Doesn't have. Okay, you have one. What else? Sound, different sound. Okay. And what? Body, how different? Okay, if I put a big cat and a small dog there. Huh?
The nose.
So do you realize that this is, if I just now ask you, right, 24 degree is cold or hot?
Oh.
Everybody correct, right? You can know because it's below 25. But this one, you can't describe why, but you know. This is the kind of task where human can do it but cannot describe it. Then your classical machine learning cannot already. And that is where your deep learning comes in. That is where you mimic the brain. Okay, you mimic the brain and then you train the brain until it can recognize this is a dog and this is a cat. And actually, you can't describe the features. How to describe the features? And there's no, it's very hard to describe. So this is called deep learning. All right, we have 86 billion neurons. Okay, in our head, in the brain. Okay, and then it will. If you put color like this, it's like electricity, like that one. Okay, yeah. So what happened is this is a difference between a classical machine learning and deep learning. So classical machine learning is I need to find out the features, find out some algorithm to calculate and then output. But deep learning is not. It's actually, can you see that? These are all neurons, okay, mathematical neurons. So they are connected to each other. So what happens is it will put in the input and through this neuron, oh, this is the card. Alright?
It's exactly like our brain.
It's like our brain.
You mean AI also function like that?
Yes. Okay? So that's called deep learning. Yeah. So far so good? I hope you understand, learn something. Alright, then what is generative AI? Generative AI is models that learn the patterns and generate new content. Okay? Yeah. So if you want to use AI to generate romantic story, you have to give it a romantic story to the. You understand? Yeah. So this is called generative AI. Actually, why they do generative AI is because when they are doing the AI training, they don't have enough data. They can't get enough data. So what happens? They go and generate data. They generate data. So they use generative AI. They create this model to generate data. So how it works is actually by predicting the next word, the image, etc. So for example, when you ask me a question, okay, Desmond, how are you? So then my brain will start, what is my first word? I say, thank. After I say thank, what's my next word? You. Okay, then what's my next word? Comma. After my comma is, the next thing is I. Or I can say so. Okay, if I select I, what is next? Anyone? M. You get M already, what's next? Fine. Okay. So if I don't select I select so, what's next? So. Okay. So. If I say so, what's next? So good. Got such very much, okay? Alright. Yeah. So this is generative AI. Generative AI works by predicting the next word. Okay? So it's basically, so when you use ChatGPT, don't be angry with it, you know. Don't get emotional because it's just predicting the next word. Okay, if I select this word, what's the next word, what's the next word, what's the next word, what's the best next word like that. Okay, for image, it will produce the next pixel. Okay, until it reaches an image that fits the description. That is called generative AI. And remember, they are not memorized. Generative AI generate content, it doesn't memorize. So if you ask ChatGPT, if you ask your Siri same question 2 times, 3 times, you won't get the same answer. It's always different. It can be similar, but they are different. Okay? That's called generative AI.
What if we ask a certain facts, well known facts with it? So will answer different? Each time? Oh.
It will answer you in different way.
Different way, but then the answer is the same.
Yeah, for example, you say, what is the fact question? Right, that's like, is Malacca food very nice? Okay, let's say it's a fact. Malacca food is very nice. How should I answer you? Of course, Malacca's food is fantastic. Definitely, Malacca food is the best of Malaysia. Same fact, but 2 different answers. Yes, sir? So it's generative. Because the first word I said, I started with of. The second word I started with definite. So I start constructing my sentences also based on my first word. Understand? So that's generative AI for your ChatGPT. Sorry, remember, it's not memorized. It's actually generated. Okay. So what can generative AI do? You know, you can write report, generate image, generate audio. You can generate video. You can do data analysis. You can even create slide. But so far, the slide creation not fantastic. Okay, I tried many tools already. It's still not fantastic yet. Okay, and a lot of us are using this already. So how does generative AI work out? Okay, first of all, it trains on a very, very, very large data sets. Okay, yeah, training a lot, not just get picture a lot, and then you learn the pattern. After that, you give it a prompt. Okay, say a robot reading a book on the beach. So you generate a robot like that. By the way, this whole thing is generated by AI. This whole picture is generated by AI. I don't create it. I just write it. Please, I want to please explain on how generative AI works. Okay, you create this one. All right. Any questions so far? Okay. Actually, I want to do something with this. Is something I mentioned. Okay.
Question. Sorry. Can a generative AI make the wrong decision or give the wrong info?
Can, definitely. Yeah. All right. So before I continue on generative AI, right? Actually, I want to. I miss our slide here. How come? Okay. I want to let you know about how deep learning works. Okay. Yeah. I need all of you to work together with me. Yeah? Okay. And let you see how fast you can actually create a deep learning model. Okay. Okay. Anyone tried this before? Teachable machines? Okay. Right. This is from Google. What happened is I can train a deep learning model to do 3 things. Okay, I can train it to, I can create 3 types of different projects. One is called image, one is sounds, and one is pose. For example, you can say, I can train this to recognize this is me and the dog, all right, or just me. Or I can train it to recognize sound, maybe recognize the sound of Brother Boxon. Okay, recognize the sound of Patrick. So when Brother Boxon speaks, it knows it's Boxon. When Brother Patrick speaks, it knows it's Patrick. All right, or I can do a pose. Say, this is a T, this is an A, this is an I. Okay, yeah, you can use that to do use this project to do this. Okay, let's create one project together. Okay, a minute. It's called teachable machines. I will create an audio project, okay, and I show you how a deep learning model is trained. Okay, and I want to do this. The internet is connected. Give me a minute. I turn on my hotspot here. Hotspot. Alright. Okay, and I need everybody to work with me. Internet suddenly. Sorry about that. Okay. Yeah. Okay. See? Come on. Yeah, okay. Thank God. Alright, so we are going to create a new audio project. Alright? Yeah, so this is a classification project. We are going to go through 3 phases. Here is gathering data, here is train the model, and then here is see how it works. Okay? We are going to do something. I need all of you to help me. Okay? We are going to create 3 classes. The first cluster is background noise. Okay? Background noise. So the second class we're going to create is called clapping. Alright, let me create a class now. Yeah. So I can come here and say clap. Okay. And I can add one more class. Alright. I call it laugh. Okay. So I'm going to gather the data right now. When I gather the data, I need all of you to remain absolutely silent. Okay, because I want to capture the background noise. Okay, I'm going to record for 20 seconds. No flipping of your paper or whatsoever. Just quiet. You have to close your eyes also again. Alright? So okay, then I will extract the samples. So these are the samples. Okay, I can try to play this. Okay, nothing lah. This is background noise. Okay, now I need your help. I'm going to collect the data for clapping. Right? So when I record, I need all of you just claps. Can you guys clap? Let's practice. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, good. I'm going to record. Record. I need 8 samples. Okay. So when I collect the samples, you just keep on clapping, don't stop until I say stop. Can? Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Listen to your clap. Hey, I deleted one more time, sorry. This is your clap, huh? Yeah. So we want to take one more, laugh. Okay? So when I collect the laugh data, I need all of you to just laugh. Can you practice laughing first? I thought we are love, peace and joy. Let your joy shall come, louder. What? Okay. You ready? Okay? Laugh your heart out, huh? 1, 2, 3, go! Okay, good. Thank you. You have to listen to your laugh. Okay, let's listen. You, who's that? Okay, another one. Okay, you're laughing, huh? Okay, so now we have 3 types of data. Let's train them. So this is called supervised learning. See that? All my data collected, I label them. Background noise, laughing and clapping. So now I'm training. Okay? Yeah. This is called retraining. Alright? Okay, or we call it transfer learning. Why? Because this model already been trained for voices or for sounds already. I just give them different new sounds to retrain them to recognize different things. Okay, now we have this already. Can you see that? Okay, there are 3 outputs here. Okay, if I keep everybody keep quiet. So this is the highest possibility. So the data input through my mic is the background noise. Everybody clap. Everybody laugh. Okay, so this is called deep learning. You see that? Basically, I just provide the data and I train the model and it can start to recognize sound. So this is also a narrow learning because it only works with audio. Okay, so if I want to use this, I can export the model, and these are all programming, you want to understand. So these are all coding. I can use it, just put it in my program to work. Okay, it's so fast. I can train a model to do something productive. Yeah. So this is good. For example, I can train speaker recognition. Speaker voice recognitions. Okay, I think when I train with Xerox Singapore, they try out say, hey, I can, when people send me a picture saying complain about this, I can use the pictures, use this one to recognize which model is this printer belongs to. Then you can troubleshoot. You can use AI to troubleshoot because you can recognize which model, it will route to the right troubleshooter. Okay, so that is called deep learning. Alright, so then we move on to generative AI. Any questions so far? You learning something? Yeah. Alright, okay. So what we've been talking about, right? We're talking about ChatGPT. We've been mentioning ChatGPT, AI so far, right? So for now, at least I want you to know that ChatGPT belongs to the category of generative AI. Okay? And what is ChatGPT? Besides GPT, what do you have? Anyone? DeepSeek. What else? Gemini. So I ask you, what is ChatGPT? Generative AI. If you want to be more specific, ChatGPT is a large language model. Okay? So under the generative AI, there is this what we call large language model. We call it LLM. This is like GPT that has been trained on massive amount of text so it can understand language and generate human-like responses. Okay? So ChatGPT is a large language model that okay, so ChatGPT stands for what? It stands for generative Okay, sorry. It stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. Generative, it can create new content. Pre-trained is learned from a huge amount of data. Transform means, just now you see the deep learning, the neural network helps you to understand about what you type, what you need, and then you can respond. So you'll see the ChatGPT here. GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer, and it's using a chat interface. We call it ChatGPT. All right. So DeepSeek is also using GPT. They have their own different way of implementations, but it's also a large language model. So if you, I hope, go back, you besides just knowing that ChatGPT is an AI tool, first, ChatGPT is a large language model, short form LLM. All right. So nowadays, a lot of people are talking about, I'm using this model, I'm using that model, what that model, this model, all these things. They are talking about large language model, LLM. Yes. Okay. So. All right, this is GPT, and I'll keep this one. All right. So in terms of generative model, right, there are two types. Okay, currently now it's here already. Okay, previously, right, if you give a text input, it'll give you a very narrow input like summary, translation. If you give an image, it can only detect human or vehicles, etc., etc. This is called single model, right? You pass it. But here, multimodal means that I can put the image, I can describe the image, and I put the video all together, put together, it will help you to create a video together with a text together with image all together. We call it multimodal. Alright? So that is called multimodal AI. So this is coming up a lot. Okay? Becomes more and more popular. Alright? So let's play this video.
Welcome to our Quick Explain. Let's dive into the world of AI together. So you've heard of LLM, GPT, and ChatGPT, but what do they all mean? Imagine LLM, or Large Language Model, as a powerful brain designed to understand and create human-like text. It's like a massive library filled with language knowledge. Now, GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It's a specific type of large language model developed by OpenAI. GPT has been trained on lots of text from the internet, which makes it super smart at predicting words and crafting sentences. Then comes ChatGPT, a user-friendly application built on top of the GPT model. Think of ChatGPT as a friendly assistant ready to chat, answer questions, and even make jokes, all using the brain power of GPT. In short, LLM is the big brain framework. GPT gives it the smarts, and ChatGPT is like your helpful sidekick. Together, they bring the magic of AI communication to life. Thanks for tuning in.
I created this video using AI in 3 minutes. I just typed, describe to me what's the differences, and then generate from it. Okay? You see the power of AI?
Welcome to our quick.
Alright, and you can see some mistake inside, so that you can make mistake. Alright, so let's look at a quick demo. Okay, yeah, I believe a lot you're using to craft report and all that, but in fact there are a lot of people who didn't use ChatGPT. Now, do you know what's the latest ChatGPT version? It's ChatGPT 5, right? Okay, for example, let's try this. Let's say prepare a sermon. Create 3-part sermon, okay, on the importance of covenant. So it's thinking. Okay, all right. Okay, covenant reveals God's faithfulness. Covenant shapes our identity. Alright, covenant calls us to commitment. Closing God's covenant meetings are faithful promises. All is powerful. Then you can feel the meaning. Alright? Okay, would you like me to also explain this into a full sermon, manuscript illustration, and suggested author call, or do you prefer just a concise preaching outline? Okay, go ahead. You see, no, you understand my go ahead means what? So you'll go ahead and, alright, so this is a full sermon script. Okay, altar call. Altar call also prepare for you. Okay. So what are the worship songs you need?
Okay. Yes. Worship songs. My church. How long? Half an hour. Worship is 30 minutes. Okay. All right. 3 fast. Too slow. Anyway. Okay.
Right. So fast songs. This is amazing grace. Every grace. Blessed be your faithful God. Jesus at the center. Okay. Now you prepare service already. Okay. So fast, right? Yeah. So you can see this is just a text. Alright. So in terms of time, let me look for this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, never mind. Right, so you can convert it like that. Like also I can do something. Okay, let me try this. Okay. Where's my data? Okay, this one. Okay, yeah. I have a data here. Okay, I have a data here. Alright, this is data about poverty. Yeah, about poverty. We'll take poverty. Let me see. This is the one. Yeah, this go to it again. So yeah, so these are the. I think its data is about this is saying the functional literacy. Okay, yeah, that means how many percentage of the Malaysia 50 plus years old is functional. Okay, so I can just drag this. Okay, let me go back to here. I can just drag this inside. Oops. Okay. I just update the Excel file here. Okay. And then what happened? You will just analyze everything for me. Okay. To charge. Okay, so you see this, and I upload this, then it will start uploaded, it will start analyze. Later you can ask about, see this? I've opened your file, alright? So I say, hey, I can now craft chart summaries or detail. Okay, let's generate charts by states. Okay. So it starts to generate a chart for me. This is multimodal. It's actually helping me to do analysis. See that? Okay. Even though it doesn't look very nice. Okay. Yeah. So okay, do you help me to generate a time series trend comparison? Okay, yes. Then you can help me to generate the trend comparisons. I try to ask a little bit simpler question because if you do full analysis, it takes a little bit more time. Okay? Yeah, you can do. Which state has the highest average functional literacy? Okay, is WP Putrajaya, average 99.8%. Okay. This is ChatGPT. Alright, for example, let's say in terms of coding, I can do something like this. Alright, this is the World Vision Church, right? Let's do I actually prepare a little bit of homework. This is your logo. I enhance it. Okay? And I enhance using AI as well. So I drag this in. Okay? Create 2 pages. Websites based on above logo. Okay, the church is called World Vision Church. Okay, generate. This one you might not know what I'm reading. Do HTML, pages, and 1 CSS file. Okay, so it will generate coding for me. Right. So you can see thinking better HTML and CSS file for generating already. Can so just while generating, just take a look here. This GPT-5, the latest version. They are fast model. They are thinking mini model, thinking different model. They are different kind of models. So all the different models, all these are different LLM, large language model. Okay. So DeepSeek also have a collection of models. Google have their own collection of models, and they are all last GPT-4 model, GPT-4.1 model. So now GPT-5 model is the newest one, and it can be, used for many powerful actions. Okay, to save time, actually, I've already used this to pre-create websites. Okay. Okay, which I prepared beforehand because I know this one will take a little bit more time, but just for demo, like for here, if I right click, I view browser. Okay. I won't go in the logo yet, but just to let you see the effect. Okay, this is World Vision Church. Alright, so I can put in the photo that I want. Okay, but it actually generate this for me, and I can say when you visit, you can come here service time and everything created for me. In 5 minutes time, we can create a basic website for your church. Okay, using that. Of course, this one you need to get a little bit technical. Okay. Yeah. Okay, now back to here. Yeah, you see that, right? Okay, we actually created the index with live group, series, highlight, beliefs, teams, and content. Okay, and I can just put it in and then use it. So AI is very powerful. Okay, and yeah, I don't know why getting very slowly. Let me get back to here. So just a quick demo of ChatGPT to let you have a feel of how powerful AI is, and you can see that in terms of generative AI, okay, they are, there are a lot of different applications. There are text, research, 3D, speech, code, image, and all these are different LLM that you can use to perform these tasks. Right? Okay, so what's the top 10 AI trends to watch out? Okay, there are new AI revolutions, like the next one is called LAM, whereby it not just help to produce something, it helps you to complete the task. That means, for example, I put in the video, I put in the analysis, say, hey, give me this analysis and send out to all my managers, you do it for me. Okay? Yeah, that is called large action model. And they are, every industry is going to be revolutionized by this, and there will be AGI coming in. Okay, AI transform software development, I just showed you that. Okay, and they are need to be more robust data security, because now your old security will be easily broken by AI. Okay, yeah, their work process will change. Okay, yeah, and there is of course coming in self-driving car, etc. And sustainable AI for environment solution. This is the big part that we'll have to look into. and there will be AI-powered personalizations and security. So these are the trends that is coming in, okay? Because of time, I just try to go fast on this, all right? Okay. But by the way, your AI can take up power. All right. So this is just a mini lectures. Okay. So I hope you learned something. I haven't finished. This is my first sections. Okay. To let you know about what is AI, and from AI to machine learning, to deep learning where you mimic the human brain, to generative AI, to large language model where you can put in the human text, it will generate response for you. Okay, and in future there will be large action model. Right? So you can continue to learn more on your own with your basic knowledge like this. Alright? Okay. Sorry, it's very slow. Any questions, guys?
How many of them are using AI and GPT?
How many of you are using a ChatGPT? Okay? You did not know what ChatGPT is, right? You just use it, right? Okay. Now, what is ChatGPT? It's a LLM. Yes. Good. Okay. And so I hope it demystify it. It is not something that is mystical. All right. It's actually solid, proven, scientific way of mimicking training system to mimic human behavior. Okay, and it can be done. Okay, by mimic human brain architecture. Right.
Somehow it's very slow.
Okay, all right. So I come to the next part of it. This part will not be very long. Okay, global or local job market impact. So AI is here. How is it going to impact you? Do you think this? You're very young. How old are you? 13. Do you think AI will impact your future job? How? Are you ready for that? Do you think you are ready for it? You're ready. How about you? Same. How old are you? 19. Alright, okay. But they are young. But for those 20 and 30s, any of you a little bit afraid AI will take over your job? Not so sure. Okay.
Use AI to use it.
You're not worried, huh? But you don't think that those 30 over years are worried? Yes, sir. Okay, let's look at the global and local job market impact of AI. All right. First of all, there are three key drivers of job change. And this is according to the World Economic Forum. Okay. Now, what drives the job market? There are three things. One is green technology. Okay, or green transitions, because everything wants to be environmental. Second is technology and economic factor, economic outlook. All right. Okay, so this is definitely driving the job growth. This one up and down. Economic outlook is going down. No, it's not. It's less driving right now. What is this? Okay. How come? All right. Okay, and you can see overall this is global scope. 23% of today's jobs will change. 23%. All right. So these are the new jobs that will be created. These jobs are the jobs that will stable, but they need to change. All right. These are the jobs that will be lost. Okay. Right. Sorry, the title something wrong. Okay, and 44% of workers' core skills are expected to change in the next 5 years. It is changing, right? And right? And you can see from 2022 and 2027, proportion of tasks completed by humans, right? From 2022 is 34%. In 5 years' time, another increase of 9% will be taken over by machine. Okay. All right. All right, let's look at this video. So according to the survey, 69 million jobs will be created in the next 5 years by new technology and green transitions. There are new jobs being created. And you affect 83 million new jobs being put at risk. 83 million new jobs will be at risk. 1/4 of today's job will be disrupted in the next 5 years. Okay, and we need to foster a culture of life learning and embrace these emerging trends. Okay, so it is coming in. All right, it's coming in already. It's not far away. Okay, and let's look at this video as well. Okay, so the most valuable skills you can see here is right? Okay, so you can see the changes. You can see the AI and big data is coming into the place. Okay, yeah. Analytical thinking, creative thinking is still there. All right. So AI and leadership are skills of the future. Okay. So let's look at Malaysia job market outlook. Malaysia job market is according to Talent Corp, their survey, right? So now, if you look at the increasing importance of these two, system thinking and AI big data, this one increased by 59.5% and 59.9%. Okay. All right. Okay, and the majority of fast-growing roles in 2023 are technology related. Okay, so there will be 40% of jobs created under the AI and machine learning specialists. Okay. Right. Okay, and this is the shift potential production boost in Malaysia. Okay, you can see the Gen AI. Gen AI can unlock $130.4 billion USD. This is Malaysian job market. Okay, it's not global Malaysian job market. Right, and then this is the analysis of covered 949 roles across sectors. There will be 10% of roles highly impacted by this new wave of AI, digital and green trends. 62% will be immediately impacted. So together, that means 72% of jobs will be impacted in Malaysia. Okay, yeah. So there are 6% new roles coming in. They will show new creations. As that means most workers will need to reskill to update to adapt. And according to the Malaysian job market outlook, these are the top 10 skills most needed. If you look at overall, even though the AI data, everything is there. Okay, this is the digital skill. The top skill is big data and analytics. Then cloud computing, data engineering, etc., etc. So these are the highest digital skill needed. And all right, if you look at overall skill needed, not just looking for AI and digital, right? Okay, you can see that the higher top one is adaptability and resiliency. A lot of people are struggling to adapt with new technology. No? Alright? Okay, and there's cognitive skill, this is learning skill, communication skill, critical thinking skill, then digital and AI fluency. These are the job markets now in Malaysia. Okay, so let's take a look at the future of generative AI in the future world. Okay, so you can see that in the future it will be like that. These are called the AI foundation model. So just now when you do training, right, you can see that we can use that and retrain to recognize clap and all this, right? So these are called foundation model. And I can train a model, okay, to use for my companies. And then there are different kind of AI. I can use it to generate information, research, insights, automations, innovations, decisions. And you and I, as a worker, need to know all this to work on the decision and strategy. if we are afraid of this, okay? So here, rather we do this, we want to ensure how we can use this to ensure that what we do is safe, ethical, and compliant to the legal framework. Okay? And then, so you use it to do strategy, okay? So through this, you use it to pursue new market, enhance products, create new experiences, okay? Imagine new product, create new knowledge, collaborating, optimize business process. So that means all these are, the job skill focus will shift to here. Okay? A lot of manual works can be replaced. That is the impact. Alright? So this is the reality we face today. The question is, how should we respond? How should the church respond? How should the church respond? Okay, maybe I throw a question. How should the church respond? Is it none of our business? Continue to worship? Continue to say, hey, AI is taking over the world, so worry, and then we keep it as a topic that we chit chat during tea break time. All right, okay. So that comes to my last part that I want to talk about. Is my call to actions. Okay, I sent this to Brother Patrick. Okay, I don't know if passed to who. Okay. My company, I'll talk about it, is I'm proposing a Colonex platform. Next. Together working with NGB and hopefully with churches to collaborate so that we can empower communities with future-ready skills through faith-driven outreach and training. Okay. So, digital evangelism. Okay, you might be thinking I'm using YouTube and all this to do to talk about gospel. But today, what I want to talk about is about digital upskilling. Okay. Sorry, today's device is. It's not moving. Hey, give me a minute. Let me disconnect the link here.
You learned this at your university.
Okay, any questions so far? All right, okay, thanks. All right, so let me talk about what I'm doing. Okay, so I was working in Singapore, so during COVID-19 times, I was locked down in Singapore for 2 years from my family. Okay, I can't come back because at the time I was working full-time in Republic Polytechnic. So I want to come back, okay, and I pray to God saying that, I want to come back, but what should I do? if I quit my full-time job and come back to Johor, what should I do? And one wish is I like God, I love God, I want to serve God. Okay? And I pray to God saying that, can I start a business that as a business, also as a mission that can serve you? Alright? So at the time, I saw that there are a lot of Johorians lost their jobs due to the border closure, because a lot of them just doing manual works. Okay? And I saw that there's a very clear digital skill gap between Singaporean and Johorian. Okay? You have to compare really, our digital skill gap is there. Really, I teach in Singapore and I'm quite sad to see that. So when I am to start business in Malaysia, okay, I have a divine vision from God. So I prayed one afternoon and I heard God say, transform Johor through digital upskilling. And that is the visions and the mission of my company. Okay, and for this to work, I need to embrace this kingdom business paradigm. Yeah. So I need to have this kingdom business paradigm whereby, you can see that Luke 19:13, right? Okay, where Jesus talked about the parable of 10 minas. He asked us to do business until I come. So in my heart, I know, when I serve God, when you are doing my business as one thing, and I serve God, seeing like another job like that. Actually, as a marketplace minister, it can be quite tiring. Okay, right? But what if I can integrate the job, my job, and the service as one? It's a kingdom business. My whole life is serving God, improve my careers, everything. Yeah. So therefore, one integrated career, business, and mission. So the ultimate purpose of what I'm trying to do is to expand the kingdom of God. Today, we have FGB here, we have churches here. I have only one ultimate purpose is to expand the kingdom of God. You do evangelism is to expand the kingdom of God. Yes? You care for people is to expand the kingdom of God. It's the same purpose here. Alright? But the sustainability it has to be there because it has sustained the work and the resources generated, let's say profit or income generated. Most of it has to be reinvested into outreach, training, and community. And so this is the kingdom business paradigm I have in my company. Okay, and it's not easy to build. Let me talk about my history now, my story. My company is called New Technology. Okay, so what happened is after I received the calling, I go and resign, and I come back to Malaysia. Okay, my wife support me at the time, but as we move along, we all stagger already. Okay. Because I come with a vision now. Okay, I come with a vision to transform Johor through digital upskilling. There's one problem here. If you want to attend digital upskilling courses, normally a course let's say in Singapore, a 3 days course is 1,600 to 1,800 Sing dollar. It's not cheap, right? Okay. In Malaysia, it can also cost about 1,800 to 2,000 for 3 days course training. If for those people who just work in factories, are they going to afford that? How, a lot of people can't afford that. So if I want to do transformation to digital upskilling, I have to make it at affordable, right? Maybe only a few hundred ringgit, Yeah. So you have to do it that way. But do it that way, I'm not going to survive. Correct, right? Yeah. So therefore, I will need to have a business model that is at in the business model of social enterprise. Okay. The very first question is, if let's say I were to certify you attend my course, I certify you. Hey, what's your name? Angel. My wife was an angel. Okay. So I certified this angel. Okay. Say attended Mr. Desmond's course on introduction to AI. Then people ask, hey, what's the certified by who? Desmond Lee. Who's that? Okay, so there's one big problem. If I'm just a lecturer, okay, if I train you as certified, it's not recognizable. But to God's grace, the very first thing is in 2022 2021 I come back 2022. Okay, what happened is I received accreditations from ICDL. ICDL is International Certificate of Digital Literacy. Okay, it's globally recognized. More than 100 countries recognize the certificate, and they provide affordable upskilling certificates. So what happened is I called them up saying that I want to become the authorized test center. And at the time I say I just a startup. Praise God, in 2 months' time, I became the authorized test center. So now I can issue globally certified certificates for people who attend my course, okay, and take the exam. Yeah, and then, but there's another problem. I realize our people do not know that they need to be upskilled. You understand? They don't know what they don't know. I'm talking about so much impact, is to tell you that something is coming. Alright? Okay? And is our people prepared? How many of us are prepared? How many of us know that we need to be upskilled? Why I say that? Because there was a training partner who had a grant to train people to go through industry and get paid, and there were a lot of people rather work in McDonald's and being trained on digital upskilling and become to have a better future. There is a mentality issue here. Okay, so what happened is to counter that, I created something called JDLD, Johor Digital Literacy Day. It is because it's ICTL, they have Asia-wide competitions. And the first level, I talked to them, can I take your first level's competition and convert it into a Johor-based event to create awareness? Okay? It's not easy. God called me to do that. And I do until I cry. Because 2023, when I do this event, I make loss. I didn't make money. 2024, barely even. 2025, this year, finally, I make a little bit of money. Okay? But I was asking God, why ask me to do that? I'm not, I'm facing financial issues. Because it's a social enterprise model, I spent a lot of time doing the event. And it seems like there's no profit, okay? But God told me, it's like how David swing. Swing the what? Swing the stones. He's picking up the momentum. So are you sure about God? Okay? So 2023 I do it. There are only 9 participants, 9 competitors from 2 international schools. And people come, there are only 40 people. And we were using a small hall at the Bismarck Castle. But 2024, it was held in Sunway College. And I have candidates from Philippines and from Singapore. And 2025, this year in June, it was held in University of Southampton, Iskandar Putri. Okay? And I have 46 contestants. And I have 9 universities participated and 1 international participated. Can you give glory to God? It's not easy, really. Yeah, when JDLD 2023, I do it, and then at the year end, I really cried. And when I attended a service, suddenly a church, a pastor, while he was preaching, he looked at me and said, "You do the right thing, but you didn't do it in God's way." I was rebuked, but I was happy because it means I'm walking on the right path. Then in 2024, still not much progress in terms of money. Okay, then I want to stop. I asked God 3 questions, and during the church service, a pastor prayed for me. All 3 questions answered for me, and no choice. God said, "Continue." I continue, and then 2024, I will give up. Suddenly, a good news coming in. There is 1 data center in Johor sponsor 100 contestants for this event. And this year, even Huang Shuqi, Huang Shuqi is actually the Talent Corp chairman. She was my VIP. Okay? So, and even more exciting is, that just happened last week, I applied for a United Nations development program to get a grant for my social enterprise model, and it is approved. I got okay, and for this business model to work. So just for you to take a look at this short one. So this was JDLD 2024.
joining Johor Literacy Day 2024. We value your support and looking forward to seeing you at future events.
And this year, we got the support from Talent Corp and the Johor Talent Development Council. Okay, so this was Johor Digital Literacy 2025. The montage is not ready yet, so you can see that we are supported by Talent Corp, Johor Talent Council, okay, and Johor State itself. Okay, hosted by University of Southampton, Malaysia's main sponsors AirTron, and even had Heart of Cafe become our food and beverage sponsor. Okay. And so this was in University of Southampton, okay? So here inside has 46 contestants from 9 universities, okay? And yeah, these are the same event, all right? And this is a grant. I just received approved to get 38,000 grant. So let me talk a little bit about this grant. This grant is meant to help social enterprise in Johor, okay, to deliver training, okay, not just the digital training, any kind of training, all right. So the business model is, I need to train 10 more trainers. I need to train 10 trainers, and that 10 trainers, we call it community trainer, and the community trainer can train another 50 trainers. And it needs to be implemented in 6 to 9 months time frame, focusing in Kulai and Johor Bahru. And guess what? This is where church can respond. Why? The target is B40 people. Alright? FGB can be the impact driver. And working with churches, churches can identify who are the beneficiary B40. So churches can respond, can connect to the communities. Okay? Now this is Johor, but similar model we can do without the funding. Alright? So the churches can involve, touch for the target communities, primarily non-believers. Okay? Get them on board to be trained, to prepare for the future. Yeah? And furthermore, church can become the training venue. This is a nice place. This can be a training venue. Okay? We can run courses here, alright? And then to train for those B40, and they can get certified. Alright? Okay, and why we do this here? Because church must respond with this, as I told you just now, the impact. Okay? We should be the people who understand the time. The time is coming. AI is a way that you cannot escape. But how do we respond? We respond by making us by producing relevant outreach impact to the communities. Okay, and then we can bring the faith message into the current issues. Okay, and then furthermore, it actually contribute to the nation building. Why do I say so? If you look at the most top 10 skills needed, right? We can bring in biblical, powerful message into this area, adaptability and resiliency. How do you build your inner man to actually counter the wave of this coming new technology, right? Empathy. This is another skill that we can bring in. We can craft courses that bring in the biblical principles in that. So we can not just I can provide the digital skills, the AI skills, and we can also craft courses that responds to these needs, okay, in a way where we build in the biblical principle inside the courses. Yeah, so these are high impact. So when church in response, the first thing is we are bringing new members, we bring in non-believers can come to your church, okay. And this, I tell you, to convert a person is not really by just talking, right? It's by the presence of God. It's by the power of the Holy Spirit. Okay? You just imagine we conduct the courses here. All these are non-believers. They just come in here. And you will let this place fill with worship every day. This is filled with the presence of God. And furthermore, with these courses, you can craft courses that consist of coaching, counseling, and all this, and you can continue to connect with them. Alright? That's one thing. And therefore, we stay relevant, and church will have the edge of relevancy to the community. All right. So the vision and mission is I want to empower churches to use digital skills as a platform to reach and serve their communities in meaningful, relevant ways. Yeah. So we can help churches reach out to the community through digital training. All right. And together, FGB and church members, we can equip them to become trainers and mentors. Yeah, we can equip. Rather than we all have the power to be a good mentors. All right. Okay. With the right knowledge and all this, we can be. Okay. Make the church a trusted place for future-ready learning, and use ConnectX is my platform to empower lives with both purpose and skills. Right. So this is what I'm trying to make a call. For collaborations, under these collaborations, churches can serve as ConnectX local training hubs. FGB will provide the outreach, trainers, and strategic leadership. The trainers can come from church as well. So for us, my company, Tech, is will deliver content, certification, and program coordination. So this is a joint impact across community transformations, right, and evangelism in digital empowerment. This was my rollout plan. This is my rollout plan. So for some of the training program, for example, I created a workshop on AI chatbot. How to create AI chatbot? Just one day, you know how to create your own AI chatbot. Okay, and there are other Canva content creations. Like in the grant, I'm going to create 2 days courses on using AI on tourism. Okay, yeah, and with that we can connect to different entrepreneurs, etc., create job opportunities. Okay, so the delivery format can be hosted at churches, FGP chapters, or even in universities. Okay, so there are many different ways. Okay, yeah. So this is for trainers, right? Okay, for trainers, any trainer would like to on board here, they can attend the workshop and become a co-trainer, evaluation by lead trainer. These are just going on. And I talk about the kingdom business. Therefore, it's profit making. Profit making in the way of, because we need sustainability. Eligible paid sessions. Just imagine, for example, let's say here, can see how many people? 20. Let's say 20. 20 people come for the training. Okay? Yeah. And we provide affordable training. So each trainer, let's say we collect 100 ringgit. Just imagine a typical AI courses or whatsoever you attend outside is actually 500 to 1,000 ringgit per day. You can turn down for 100 ringgit per day. They come, right? Okay, I'm talking about this part. So they come, and those trainers who come will get paid. Okay, then a 10% can go to the church, a 10% can go to FGB for for continued evangelism. So all these are contributing, creating resources back into evangelism. Okay, but for churches, important are the 20 people who come. You get their contact, you can contact them, okay, and you can connect with them, and there will be evangelism opportunity. All right, and through the different courses we conduct, you can bring in the gospel. Yeah, so that is the whole model. Okay, churches become the trusted hubs for digital training. All right, FGB, we can contribute trainers, mentors, and outreach support. We can also can train the members in churches who are able to train. Okay, they can become the trainers. Even like to be frank, even 19 years old, 20 years, 21 years old, if they have the right knowledge, they can deliver. They can train any working adults without any background. Okay, universities students can become trainers to deliver this kind of projects. They don't have to be a professional trainer. All right, okay, and they can make some additional pocket money for that. Okay, but evangelism is it created a platform for people to come to church. Because one of the things we know that, right? How often do you use this place? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday? Typically not used, right? Why not use it for training? Why not allow it to be used for a way to get in touch with people when you are not used on Saturday and Sunday? Rather let it sit here. Okay? And there are multiple purpose benefits being served. Alright? So, okay? So I just wrap up. Okay, this is the model. Basically, the model is, I'm trying to propose this. My company, UTech, will become the platform, the course providers. Alright, FGD can be the impact driver, and then churches can be the training revenue or the partner to reach the communities. Amen. So I say this is a call to actions. I don't know how many of you actually get the idea. I hope you get it. Okay? Whereby the final message I want to say is the AI digital skills is something that is on national agenda. Alright? And I'm trying to create a platform where churches can respond. Okay? And can reach the community. Okay? Through this. When we respond, it shows that we are not, just minding our, we stay relevant to the communities. Okay? We contribute to nation building. And also, we actually here help to build a bridge for us to reach the non-believers. Allow people to come to church. They're not afraid of church. Coming in, this is a training center. Okay? And it's positioned as a social enterprise way of model. Okay? And to reach out those underserved communities. Okay? Yeah. So basically, this is what I call the Colonex business model. Yeah. And therefore, I call this a call to action message. Okay? I'm trying to do is a movement. It's not just something that is a project per se. I hope this can become a movement where this community of trainers and upskilling can be created. Given the grant, given the grant I have, I have to move it. Okay? The grant given, I will start with University of Southampton to work with them and all this. And I really hope churches can hold on the right. If not, I also reach out to other NGO to reach the community. The 500 trainees, definitely I have to train. So what if we can create a similar model in Malacca, okay, in different areas? So we can reach the community here, allow them to come and get trained, but at the same time, the important thing is it becomes a bridge for us to able to connect them, connect to their life. There are many things, as long as they come in, and you can reach out to them, okay, we can have another way of reaching out, outreach to community more than the traditional way of providing food and grocery, etc. But what if we provide them with life skills that can help them secure themselves for the next 10 years of life? Thank you. Any questions?
How many hours of training?
Huh?
How many hours of training?
It depends. I can talk about the whole platform I'm trying to do is like this. Okay, it's called an enterprise platform. It will be a membership model. Okay, so like 100 ringgit per year. If those who join membership, they can attend the training. Those training that is for this kind of basic training. Okay, 100 ringgit per day. It can be a 1-day training, it can be a 2-day training, it can be a 3-day training. For example, I'm planning to create courses in 1 day. Alright? They can attend 1-day training on introduction to artificial intelligence, a 1-day training on prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is what you see just now, right? I type this and type that, and then what prompt means is how I write to the LLM and ask it to respond. Okay? There are courses on that. You can search online, how much is a prompt engineering course? It's not cheap, huh? Alright? Okay? 100 ringgit. And then prompt engineering, we can move on. Okay? Creating AI chatbot. Okay, move on to use AI for data analysis. Use AI for other things. So all these basic courses we can have. Okay? And if even better, if we can connect this to to entrepreneurs, to the job market, saying that, hey, these certificates can help them to connect to the job market. You'll make it even more valuable. So in terms of, to answer your question, in terms of how many hours, typically, I created a course, the chatbot is 10 to 4, 6 hours, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Yeah. I also created a course for university students. And for, this is a good case. There's a McDonald's manager approached me asking for training. So I crafted 2 days courses just for him. Okay, introduction to Python programming. Okay, yeah, because he can use it to apply for university. Okay, yeah. All right, so that is it is flexible, but typically it's 10 to 4. Any questions? Any more questions?
We try to approach to the manufacturing company, multinational company, to do this.
Not yet. Okay. To be frank, these 5 years I've been, like my wife said, only until this year I think you really know what you really want to do. It's not easy. Okay. This is a journey where I explore and I ask myself, sometimes I ask myself, traditional thinking, am I making money through churches? This is the first thing. Okay. But if I know this is a kingdom business, all right, okay, and it's evangelism, and therefore, and as when I apply the grant, and I see that the social model, the business model works, because this is exactly what the grant wanted the business model. Because in order for this affordable upskilling to work, first of all, I need to raise up a team of community trainers, and they can conduct the training at many places. It's not me that conduct the training. You get what I mean? Yeah, and they should get paid.
What are qualifications for a trainer?
The courses I need, like for example, today's courses I teach. If I let you go and after I teach you and learn, you know what it is, you know how to deliver. I don't really look at the qualifications yet, to be frank. We can discuss about it. Actually, if any of you interested to become these movements together with me, can talk to me. All right. I actually want to put up a team also and impact the community. So anyone who has basic technical background, okay, the important is he can deliver the lesson. He can deliver the lessons. Okay, he can become a trainer. Yeah, he can become a trainer. Yeah, any more?
I've been in the FGB for 15 years. And all these years, our outreach, or rather the way we reach out to the non-believers, the non-believers, is by way of testimony, and by our lifestyle. So now it's a direct kind of thing, where we can organize banquet or meetings, to talk about the gospel, testimony, things like that, or even the way we live our life to receive Christ. But your training courses, as an evangelism tool, is more indirect. You are drawing them to the church, and hopefully the church can also, expose them to the gospel. It's more indirect. But if we are more used to the direct way of preaching the gospel to the world out there, we've never heard of it.
This is a new channel. Doesn't mean the old channel is not there.
But then the thing is, I see it is more indirect. Yes, upgrading the skill is very important in life. I won't talk about that. But as a tool for evangelism, or what they call digital evangelism, I think it's more indirect.
It's the same thing. For example, if you want to talk to a person's life, do you need to build relationship?
Correct, that's right.
It's a relationship building. It's a tool for building relationship.
You know what? It's more indirect.
But this can reach out to more people. When you
provided you give it at the right venue with the right people who will not just talk about upgrading or giving the courses, but who will also take the trouble to try.
That is where the church has to play their part.
That's what I say.
Yeah. So this digital evangelism is a tool, okay, that you can use to continue the evangelism work. So it's not going to be a replacement for direct testimony sharing. Yeah, it is indirect. Yeah, because it is indirect. Because it's not it's a tool. It's like before you go to direct, there are many tools. Before you can speak to somebody with testimonies, he has to be able to listen to you. Correct, right?
Yeah, that's why I say it's indirect.
Yeah, it's
Because
indirect.
the way we have been doing is very directly going to them with the gospel.
Yeah, it's true. So like for example, you have to do this, and let's say you have 50 people come already, you start to work with them, relationship and all these things. Then when you have banquet, you can invite them. You get what I mean? Yeah. Yes, yes. It's an indirect tools, correct? You are right. Yeah. I'm not going to use this to directly convert them. It's not possible. Okay? But it is the tools where we can actually make church as a whole more relevant. You can see, hey, churches are actually participating in digital upskilling. Yeah. So there is a gap, and we are filling the gap. Yeah. And any more questions? The idea is keep you thinking about how this. Yeah. So in fact, I'm thinking of FGB Malacca can take this if their churches can respond. We can work together. Yeah, on this. Okay, and we can see to pilot a class and to run it out and see how it works. There's no problem. We can do demo classes. Also no issue. Yeah. Correct. So, yeah, so you get what I mean? You don't get what I'm trying to drive. I'm trying to drive communities, or we're trying to drive a way to reach the communities that this way is currently very much in need. It's just like fishing. You're putting the bait that is attractive, okay, to working adults especially, okay, who wants to switch career, who want to upgrade themselves, etc. Okay, but doesn't have the skill set. Okay, they might not lacking food, but lacking channels and ways to upgrade themselves. It's true. I give you an example. Okay, recently we also running another program. Okay, that is using the brainwave technology to do brain training. You wear that. Alright? So what happened is, in Singapore, when they say, hey, we have new technology, AI technology, and we are going to use this to do brain training, the teachers are very excited. In Malaysia, they say, talk to the teacher, hey, we have this AI driven view. AI of scale, that is. Right.
Okay, one thing I want your comment. You are right that many people, even the church member, in AI, some of them very afraid and scared, and some of them say that it's the Satan, demon, used the AI for the last day to control the people. Some of think like that. So as your professional, so as a pro, how do you want to say that to them? Any comment?
I spent first hour to teach you what is AI, right? I want to convey to you it's a tool. 是一个工具 is a tool. Alright? Just like Google, you search. Do you go against Google search internet now? Anyone never used internet before? Do you think when internet was on, anyone has said it was happening? Yeah. Alright. How do we come against satanic? It's to prepare our life. And if we ourselves do not know what AI is, I'm not trying to ask you to, AI very good, embrace. No. If we ourselves do not know what AI is, and your next generation will definitely go for that, you are creating yourself against them. Instead of you guiding them. of how to use AI than to glorify God.
Now, following what the Pastor Kevin just said, could it be also that the AI is a tool being used by the other side to draw people away from Christ? To be so dependent on AI that there is no need for God to be in the picture in their life, no need for the Holy Spirit to guide them, because everything is generated or regenerated by AI. So when there's God, oh, could that happen? Could that happen? Then it's a tool by the devil to draw us away.
So there's a fight. So are you going to let Satan win the fight by staying silent?
So in other words, even with this literary or digital literary upgrade that you also emphasize the importance of God in your life.
Yes.
It is the Holy Spirit. If life is to be, so directed by, from the complete what is generated, we don't need God, we don't need Holy Spirit.
You say the right thing. That's I told you, adaptability and resiliency is the first skill. It's not AI. You get what I mean? So when we conduct the courses, we can conduct one course AI and one course adaptability and resiliency, or enforce. This is just a tool. Do not let AI control your life.
Correct. We let AI control, we are letting the devil control.
That's why I invite churches, you can craft the content, and we populate out. You get what I mean?
AI is just a tool. It helps. It helps.
Yeah, because when we do this, when we go through the actual course, you say AI will give you wrong information.
It doesn't mean that when you use AI, the AI will control. No. It's just a tool. It's just a computer. Just a handphone.
Yes.
It is a tool.
Okay.
Help us.
Moving away, I'm not saying that it cannot be a tool of Satan. Yes, a lot tool is neutral. Money can be a tool, but Satan also. Right? You don't use money for mission. You get it? So it is a tool. That means when it's a neutral tool and it's a good tool, there's always a fight.
There's always a good and bad of a certain
God want
tool.
to use it,
Yeah,
correct. Satan also use it, but we also use it. Alright? So then what to do? So there is always a fight. Okay? So now AI will engage the kids. AI will engage the youth. AI will engage. You have to know
the future.
What is that? And therefore I come in and just use your skill. You push them away rather than draw them in. So if you know how to use good AI, how to use it even better than they, and that's different already, then you can tell them the value.
But definitely the other side also using the same tool. The other side, the enemy, because the Antichrist, the mark of the beast, as far as I know, the mark of the beast is the AI. Right? He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, so that the image of the beast to both speak and cause as many who do not worship the image of the beast to be killed. So the image of the beast is actually an AI.
So we have to go in there, go into the world, and then direct them back to the right God. So actually this is what I'm saying, you know the time and where we are, go to the in mission. Pastor Kevin, you know what I mean? You go into the water, but you are not from the water. But if you go to the water, you don't know how to swim. How are you going to save the fish? Save the drowns. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, you know how to save the fish. Fish know how to swim already. There are people drowning. You go into the water to save, but you're not skilled. How are you going to save? Are you going to use the old tool to use to save those fish drowned by a new power? You get me? So, yeah. So while there are fears of these things are being used, but I tell you, if we get the right concept, that's why I go through so many things. Alright? It's a tool, it's how it's actually used to generate. Okay? But you can see, you can actually download some models and give it the right person. You can actually download a model and then train it with the right faith-based information and become a model that glorifies God. You can be retrained.
Can this AI, generative AI, can detect a fake video?
Can generative AI detect, generally AI don't
I
detect.
don't know, sorry, I don't know how to use the term, but can the AI detect fake video?
Can.
Can, huh?
It can. It just depends on the accuracy. Yeah. Yeah. So any more, Pastor? Is it time to close?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Tomorrow your church, right?
Yeah, so pass back to who? Yeah.
Okay. Just a
today MC.
Yeah. Thank you very much for all of you who attend, and we're going to thank Pastor Gavin for using his church for this talk, and also Sister Rosalie also to help out. Where's Sister Gogi? I know. Where's Sister Gogi also? Pastor Baru want to have this talk. And gateway, tomorrow you be a gateway to give a talk also. So, thank Desmond for coming here and that one guy. Say 11.
11, 12.
But you got attending for the worship, you know?
Yeah.
The talk will be at 11 after the worship. Okay. So we have to take, let's give a clap to them. That concludes today's talk. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I hope you learned something.
Yeah, I learned a lot. Learn a lot new things. Finish?
Yeah.